So, hi friends, today I have with me a very young person. He's only 21 and he is going to talk about organic agriculture. Yes, you heard it right. He's only 21. So, Shubham is actually founder of this upcoming organic staple brand, One Organic, that is also sponsoring our event this time. Shubham is a young entrepreneur who left his very lucrative corporate career to follow his passion for the farmers of our country and organic agriculture to produce 100% chemical free and natural food. His dream is to create employment and sustainable livelihoods to farmers by paying a premium price for their produce. Shubham is a graduate of Ashoka University and has been working on his areas of passion, water and agriculture since many years. He has also been actively working in villages and rural parts over a span of many years with various organizations like Global Green Concepts, Green Energy Foundation, Rotary International, etc. He has been effectively working with farmers by solving their needs of water, infrastructure, etc., and helping them grow their crops efficiently and organically. His efforts were also appreciated by Union Water Minister of India, Sri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, back in 2019. Seeing many people in close relatives die because of cancer, people who did not even smoke, which is the assumption we have, these these people died of cancer, and he kept thinking, what is the reason? So his research began, and more clarity occurred to him that people are also getting these diseases through the food they eat. Very excellent observation. Thereon, Shubham is on a mission to make an impact on how we collectively think about food. He wants to raise the conscious awareness in people, making them think before they eat. He believes that people should know why they eat what they eat and where is it coming from and how is it processed. His view is that with industrialization, our food consumption patterns drastically changed, and it is a crucial time now that we alter our consumption patterns and start going back to nature. As he loves to say, God didn't create those chemicals. It's a reminder for us to think of how we are evolving into chemical bodies with further deteriorating our life expectancy. Therefore, Shubham's campaign is to make everyone aware about food they eat and take them back to basics by being in harmony with nature and in harmony with our own selves. What an impressive bio. I couldn't shorten it, I had to read out the whole. And
Thank you
you're
so much.
only 21, so I'm so positive about our future of India.
Thank you
Wonderful.
so much for the introduction.
So, Shubham, how did it all start? You're so young and you're so clear about it.
So, back in my family, we are very passionate people regarding farmers, regarding agriculture, regarding water, these kind of issues. So, I have a lot of people, working in these kind of this kind of field. So it started with my mom being more interested towards social sector, and being in the same house, same family. It automatically came to me that these farmers, they need to be empowered. These people, even the water issues that they face, the infrastructure issues that they face. So I started working on these, solving those problems for these farmers in Maharashtra, in Punjab, and in these kind of areas. So that's when even the water minister himself called me and appreciated me regarding the same. So that's how the journey began. And even like the journey for organic, looking at people getting more and more in a bad condition, bad shape, and due to nothing. Like it can be, we cannot even derive, how these people are getting sick, these people are getting cancer, getting these kind of diseases. If you go to Punjab, so we went to Punjab and for agricultural project, and we saw that people are so many people are getting cancer. There's so many people, and there's no limit to that. And how it is happening is all because of their soil. Even the groundwater, the groundwater in Punjab is so bad, that even arsenic and so many kind of different chemicals are found because of the fertilizers that they use. And even so, normally farmers, they use different kind of food for themselves. They grow different, they use a lot of fertilizers for normal market, but for themselves they won't use the fertilizers. So that also kept me thinking that why do these people do that? Like for them they are growing different food, for other people they are growing different. So why all this? So that's when I understood that the market is, kind of turning them into doing all this because of the economies of scale, because of profit making, because of industrialization. All this is happening, and there's a lot to it. So definitely, yeah. So that's
Yeah,
how I started.
yeah, what an incredible observation that they don't eat themselves and they give it, for the market, for mass consumption. So, I mean, what a lesson. Yeah, that's right. And, why should food make us sick?
Right.
It should nurture us, right?
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Then what happened? How did you also start your vegan journey?
So when I was in college, so in an environment lecture, we had an environment course. I saw this video. I don't remember the name exactly, but I think it's called Food Origins. And the video was drastic. The video just turned me into a different person. It was it showed everything about, industrialization of animals, how animals are being industrialized for everything, even for the milk that we eat. So many injections they put into those animals just to produce milk for us, and naturally it should go to their, to their own children, to their own calves and all other animals, even honeybees and those kind of insects. So this kind of thinking got into me, and I was like, I am always a person who loves to be in that philosophy that, live and let live. So even born and brought up in a Jain family, vegetarianism was always into me. But then this kind of a thinking got inculcated after getting more deep into it, because at the end of the day, even insects are animals, even everything is a living being. So as much as we own this world, even they own the same world. So it should be by being in harmony with each other, and not the other way around.
Absolutely. For human beings to think that they are for us and we just, do what we like with them, they are here for their own purpose,
Right.
as much as we are here for our own purpose. And they have a right to live as much as we have a right to live. And if we start killing them, I think we will start killing ourselves at the
Yes.
same time, because it just comes back to us. We are part of the very same nature, the fabric. We are the nature. So if you destroy nature, actually you're destroying your own self. Absolutely right.
Yes.
So the name of the movie you don't remember? Was it a Cowspiracy or some such movie which was also on environment? It was an
I,
international movie.
yeah, I think yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. What a wonderful journey. And then it's like overnight. We always find youngsters changing very fast.
Yes.
The older people take time, but the young ones are, but basically we also know that we are all actually vegan in our heart, that we do not know the facts of the industry. Provided we know, we will all, take on the same path. Totally agree with you. And then about
Right.
this, organic agriculture and working with farmers, and how did all this start?
So as just you said that, many times we are missing out on the facts, that we are all vegan, but we don't know the facts, that how it is coming to us, how those animals are being tortured to get the end product in our hands. So with organic, it's the same story. It's how the land is being tortured, how nature is being tortured, how those plants are being tortured, and how it is coming to us is entirely drastically. If we kind of see it ourselves, we won't consume the food that we eat. Because I went to multiple factories before, for doing multiple kind of projects. I've been to agricultural lands, and I saw, the amount of chemicals, more than 10 times the limit of prescribed limits are being used over there. If you go to the factories, you won't eat the food that is produced in that factory. No hygiene conditions, nothing. So many chemicals just to preserve the shelf life, just to increase the amount of profit, just to do economies of scale. So once we see all this kind of things, once we see the facts, we become more aware, and that's how I became more aware of these facts. And I knew that, a common person doesn't know about all this. They're just consuming what is being advertised to them. They're just consuming what is being sold to them in a way that milk is very healthy, in a way that, every anything, like they don't even have backup for the proper facts. So that's why my journey, my mission is to raise awareness. Whether they consume my product or not, that's not my concern. If I turn them into being organic, turn them into being vegan, that will be the biggest achievement for me, because that's what we will be known for, right? It's not that what we are selling, how much profit we are making. Everyone is doing that. So that's how I think I began on this journey.
Yes, and you must have faced some difficulties. It's so different now the way the agriculture is happening, and the tons of fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides are dumped onto the ground, and also it goes into our stomach and water and in air. How how do you even begin talking to the farmers that there is a better way, or there is other way, that you have to preserve the soil have to be alive, regenerative, year on year it should keep yielding, instead of it just becomes acidic in few years, and you have to start looking for other piece of land. How do you convince them that money will come and this is the way forward?
I think, the like contrary to the popular assumption that the farmers don't know anything, the farmers are, lacking all this awareness. That's totally not true. The farmers very well know what's organic. The farmers very well know about all these things, the fertilizer problem, everything. There is the only problem of the market. Those people know right now that it's not sustainable for them to do organic. Like the produce that organic will yield will be one third or maybe maximum half the produce what they'll yield with fertilizers and chemicals. And there is also a problem with the ready market. So again, there's a difficulty. So if they want to have the organic certification, basically they have to yield organic farming for at least 3 years before they can get certification, and they can sell organic. So these are very problematic things that they have to face. So these are, the barriers and limitations that also come into the picture. Secondly is the market, because not many people are consuming it, because they don't know what's the impact of it. Unless and until they get sustainable livelihood out of that, why would they do it? So that's why this is the bridge that I want to solve, giving them sustainable livelihood, that okay, you can grow organic, you can earn from this well. And that's why even, like consumers always end up paying a premium. If a product is for 50 rupees, they're buying it from the supermarket for maybe 200 rupees, because all the money is going for the brand. All the money is going to be consumed into the brand that you're buying for the advertising purposes. The advertisements that's being shown to you, basically you are paying for that. So if you don't do that and you're directly buying from the farmer, you pay them more, say 10, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, you get into a accessible, affordable rate, and they also benefit from it. Then what's the harm? So that's what I'm trying to do over here.
Yeah, so direct farmers to the consumers,
Yes.
and then the farmer feels very encouraged and the consumers feel very connected to the farmer. I am
Yes.
connected to one such farmer who keeps sending me stories and what new things he's producing, and then I feel very connected about it's natural farming that he's doing. I totally agree. um, we heard so many farmers committing suicide in our own state, Maharashtra. And I feel always very sad that how can that be? Something seriously wrong with our system, that he has to commit the suicide with the very same pesticide, that he's probably, using for his own farm or something. And it's just, they end their life because they just, all the calculations just go wrong. This
Right.
has never happened in our history, but it has happened in last few years very badly. How do we empower them all over again, one step at a time?
Right. It's all so in the economics there is one phenomenon called lower income trap. So once a country is stuck into the lower income, it always falls into the trap of that, because same as with the farmers, due to industrialization, due to the market policies, market philosophy, they're not able to sustain themselves, because everything is dictated by the big markets, by the market yards, by the middlemen, by all these kind of people. So those people don't have a kind of say. So that's what we want to bring. That's what everyone should think about, that everyone, the food that we are basically having on our plates is coming from those people. So those people should have a say, and those people, when those people get empowered, we ourselves will become empowered. So yeah.
Absolutely. Have you heard of the Whole Foods in the US?
Yeah.
The Whole Food store, it has become so big. I met the CEO of
Yes, it's a big.
Whole Foods. Is really huge in the US, and it has got presence in so many
Yeah.
states, and everything is organic, maybe a little expensive, but incredible. That from a
Right.
very small, it has become, and it has spreaded
Mm.
across. And it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning.
Right.
Yeah,
Even vegan movement, it's like drastically changing. It's like rapidly increasing the pace. Rapidly, people are becoming aware. And why all this? Why are people doing all this? Why are people joining the vegan movement? Why are they becoming vegan? Because they feel that it makes sense. And somewhere we lost that sense of our own selves, that nature, what it has given us, it's has to be preserved. And unless and until we do that, the world is going to be a doomsday. Like, we're going towards a doomsday. So that has to be stopped.
absolutely. Do you want to share any incredible story of a farmer or some organic produce, and how you kind of have a dialogue with them?
So incredible story was actually, so we went to Punjab, and there, there was a village which was entirely like most of the men from the village had been criminals, had been jailed, and all those kind of things. They had been farmers, but then due to very low incomes and very low due to all economic problems, they ended up into that kind of soup. So we went there and we saw that this kind of problem is there, and because of not access to proper market, because of all these kind of problems they are facing. So we have to do something over here. So we made a collective over there, like made a group, a cluster, and we asked them to grow one thing organically, and do organic farming. And they did it for 2 3 years, and after that they themselves got into a better picture, a better economic lifestyle, and even empowering the areas around that village and the cities nearby. So I think it really changes, it really changes a lot. It's even small differences makes a huge difference in the larger picture, because that's how an ocean is constituted. Every drop counts.
Every drop counts, and every element counts. Your water, sun, air, earth, people, their emotions, their feeling of well being, their feeling at ease and at harmony, and animals feeling at peace and
Yes.
being, part of this entire web, and rightful way to live, not feeling threatened by us, not being used by
Yes.
us or exploited by us.
Yes. And it's like it goes like fire. If someone is, say, going vegan in India or maybe in US, and then another person sees and joins, and another person, so that just grows rapidly, that okay, like let's see what's going on over here, like why is this so, like people are more interested. Even if they don't turn, people want to know more, because it's different, and it's contrary to the popular assumption that people love to challenge, because like if you give them the normal things, of course they are being a consumer to that. But when something is presented differently, of course people are more interested. So that's what we want to do.
Absolutely. So the One Organic has just started, and what all other things you want to bring in? What are your plans for One Organic? Your vision?
Yeah, our vision is pretty huge. We want to make everyone organic person, make everyone think about the food that they eat. That's the primary mission, that whoever we touch in our lives, whoever in the history of One Organic people come to know about, they should know where their food is coming from. They should know who the food is been grown by, the farmer, that means. And they should know everything, why you eating roti, why are you eating dal, why are you eating maybe any kind of food, or any kind of pulse or cereal or grain, anything it is. You should know what you're eating, because you know why you're going to gym, you know why you're working, because you're earning money, you want to make a body, you have to do all this. But why you eating? Because just we want to live? I don't think that's just true. We have to know everything about us, our own selves, and that's how we will conquer our own selves. And once we conquer our own selves, that's when we can go and conquer the world. So I think the journey begins always inwards, if you look at the spiritual people and those kind of people. So as they say, look within ourselves first, then go out. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very, very honest. Thank you very much, Shubhan, for such a wonderful insight. And you are so young, so that is so impressive that you already seem to be born to want to do this in your life, and so full of enthusiasm. The organic foods taste so much better. They nurture us. We don't need huge quantities. And the difference is very great between the chemical and the other one. And I am a doctor, so I treat my patients uh, all the time with all kinds of diseases which could have been easily avoided if you just chose right food and organic, clean food. This is what I
Very
always say: clean food, organic food.
very true. Very true.
So, welcome to the expo, and thank you very much for being here with us today as our sponsor. And we look forward to all future associations with you, and I would love to support always whatever you do. So, stay in touch.
uh, Hello, can you hear me, Rupaji?
Yes, I can hear you. I know the internet was not correct in between, but now can you hear me now? I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, my net had some problem.
Yeah, no problem. You want to give some little last message, some words of wisdom to our people who are listening to you?
Yeah, yeah, I think the word of wisdom was given by your own self, as a doctor, as you said that you prescribe people organic food and those kind of things. So even as far as I know, as far as I've been to gym and interacted with the trainers and all those people, they always say, they love to say that 80% is your diet and 20% is your exercise. Maybe some people say 70, 30, 90, 10, whatever that ratio is. They always emphasize on food, and why, like, exercise is just 20% and 80% is diet. So I think that's a biggest lesson. It says itself, the whole statement is explained by itself. So I think everyone should put more awareness and put more thought into it. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Shubham. Thank you, and we will see you again very soon.
Thank you so much, Rupaji. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.